Okay, so the first thing to do then is if you can just get in a position that can be maintained for about 10 minutes or so, maybe a little longer. And as you do so, being aware of any movements that you're making to get into that position. So even before we get into a formal practice, we can be aware of the body making any small adjustments. And then having a sense of the support beneath the body. So I'm going to talk you through a brief body scan. But rather than going from head to toe or from toes up to the head, we're going to begin on one side of the body, and then we're going to move to the other side of the body. And choosing whether you prefer to have your eyes closed, or if you like having them open, and knowing if you have your eyes closed that you can open them at any point. So from having a sense of the body in its current posture, and just bringing attention down the right leg all the way down into the foot and the toes. And then bringing that attitude of curiosity to any sensation in the toes of the right foot. So we're just noting. You might be aware of a very little sensation, or maybe there's quite a lot of sensation. There's no right or wrong. You might notice sensations of numbness or tingling sensations. Maybe there's a temperature. And moving now to the underside of the right foot. Depending on your position, it might be in contact with the ground. Just observing any feeling in the underside of the right foot. And then expanding now to the upper part of the right foot. Maybe able to sense the bones in the foot. Or any contact that it makes with socks or shoes or slippers. Maybe just the air. And continuing to the lower leg of the right, noticing the softness of the calf muscle, the hardness of the shin. And then moving into the knee joint. As we scan the body, if you notice any areas of discomfort, then seeing if you can bring a quality of tenderness towards that area. If you're wishing that area of the body some ease. And then expanding awareness now to the upper leg. Just in the thigh muscle and the hamstrings at the back. And then to the right hip. And then continuing up to the right side, the stomach and the chest, the torso. And as you breathe in and as you breathe out, you might notice the rib cage expanding outwards on the in-breath and then contracting on the out-breath. And bringing attention to the arm from the shoulder all the way down into the hands, the fingers and thumbs. Noticing any sensations in the palms of the hand. Again, maybe there's some tingling sensation, noticing some heat, or maybe some moisture. And bringing it all the way back up to the shoulder. Starting to bring attention to the right side of the neck. And the right side of the jaw. The ear. The right eye. And if the eyelids are closed, just noticing the sensation of the eyelid on the right eye. Just resting. And bringing attention all the way up to the very top of the head. And just pausing for a moment and comparing now the right-hand side of the body with the left-hand side of the body. Noticing whether either side feels the same or whether there's any difference. Maybe one side feels warmer than the other. Maybe one side feels more tingly. Or perhaps there's discomfort in one area. And then from the top of the head now, we're going to start to move attention down the left-hand side of the body. So noticing the left eye, the eyelid of the left eye. And the ear. And the jaw. You can also be studying any tension in these areas. If you notice any tension, you can just see if you can allow the muscles to soften a little, letting go of any unnecessary tension in the body. It's an act of compassion. And then continuing to move tension to the left side of the neck, into the shoulder, and then moving down the arm, all the way into the left hand, and fingers and thumb. What is known right now in the hand? And bringing attention all the way back up from the hand through the arm into the shoulder. And then moving down the left-hand side of the torso. And once more, maybe noticing movement in the chest. Expanding as you breathe in. And the rib cage contracting as you breathe out. Bringing attention to the left hip. And the left leg, the upper leg. Just in any contact points between the back of the upper leg and the surface in which you rest. And into the knee joint. You can either notice the knee as a whole, the different parts such as the kneecap, the ligaments on the either side of the knee, the back of the knee. Maybe even sensing inside of the knee. And moving attention down to the lower leg, calf muscle, the shin bone. And down through the ankle into the foot. The upper part of the foot. And then beneath the foot, the sole of the foot. These sensations here. And then into the toes of the left foot. And having a sense of the whole of the left-hand side of the body. The top of the head all the way down to the toes of the left foot. And then the whole of the right-hand side of the body. From the top of the head down to the toes of the right foot. And then finally, having a sense of the whole body, left and right. From the top of the head all the way down to the toes of both feet. Just sensing the whole of the body in the posture that you've adopted. And then if your eyes are closed, allowing your eyes to open. Finishing the practice.